I'd like to talk about not only George Marsden, but also Francis Collins. These are two men whose paths may never have crossed, although I suspect they're aware of each other's work. It would be hard not to be aware of the name Francis Collins at this point, given all of the publicity and exposure that NIH has had, and including the exposure that Francis Collins' subordinate Tony Fauci has had. I'm sure neither of them are quite pleased with the amount of exposure they've had. Francis Collins was raised in a rather agnostic family, and when he was 27, he had what appears to have been an epiphany. He felt the presence of our Lord and pursued that, cultivated that, nurtured it, and now at age 70 is firmly a Protestant Christian of not necessarily defined denomination. He does not say where he does or does not go to church, but he is clearly a Protestant Christian by his own words. So he has been able to walk the path in both directions, as it were. He has written 2 books about his faith journey and how it relates to his journey as a scientific researcher, both PhD, MD, working in the area of human genomics, working in the area of using the tools of genetics to unlock the secrets of things such as cystic fibrosis, which is a very cruel disease which in the past has taken young children and teenagers from life because they could not breathe anymore. So he has done work that is important work, but work that edges on what some people would say is tampering with God, tampering with the work of God. I think he would say that's not what he's doing. He's using the gifts that God has given him to find ways to reduce the burden of human suffering, to prevent disease, dis-ease, and to use science for human betterment. We know from our readings of Marsden that it has been his dream, as it were, to have science and the academy, or science or the academy, to be more immersed in Christian ethos and Christianity. I think that the difference is between the academy, writ large, and science and medicine. Science and medicine depend on the scientific method of research. The academy, if the academy includes history, foreign languages, English, other areas, it's not built on the building blocks of the scientific method of hypothesis, testing, analysis of results, and back to testing. You can't really do that with a lot of the subject areas of the humanities. On the other hand, that is the bedrock of science per se, and particularly biomedical science. So those two things may explain why there's Francis Collins who has combined both Christianity and the work of a Christian scientist with science, and the frustration of Marsden, who sees a very hard way to do that.